Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you with another video. And the video today is I'm going to give you a breakdown. But first of all, let me just tell you, please take a look at my video. Take a look at my links that I will share with you. Okay? Because as I always said, I always include some collaborating fact into this thing, because like the Apostle Paul said, prove all things. So here we go. Today, unless you want the blue pill, I'm going to prove to you how naive the United States has always been. Okay? And how it has been worked. And this is why she's doing what she's doing. And that's why she's believing whatever she's believing. And being led by these charlatans, by these leaders, so-called leaders. Let me mention some of them. And that's why they have played America. America is like a bitch. Okay? In the Bible, she's called the daughter of Babylon. Remember, the United States is not a nation. It's a corporation. All right? But few Americans are even aware of that. They don't even know their own history. Here they are celebrating the 4th of July that passed. It happens like about, 2 weeks ago, whatever? I mean, I don't personally celebrate that. Because when you have a true relationship with your Creator, you don't follow men's traditions. You don't attach yourself to men's games. Because remember, life is a transition. We go to a transitional phase before all of this, and they know this, will be destroyed. Okay? This whole matrix satanic system that we're living under will come to its end very, very soon. But first of all, let me give you some example as to how the United States came to be the bitch that she is. Everybody wants the piece of her, except that the one that's got a hold of them, the pimps that been pimping America for the longest, they don't want to share. And if they do want to share, they want to make sure you sell your soul to their devil, to their God, which is Satan. Okay? Well, I'm going to start back on 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created, which is, again, a corporation of banks. Okay, it's owned by bank owners that lend money to the United States. The United States right now sits on $26 trillion. That even the Federal Reserve knows this, and the United States knows it. She will never pay it back. Now you may say, well, Ruben, this doesn't make any sense. So why is Donald Trump borrowing money left and right? To send the stimulus checks to people and all of that. What is going on? Why is he pushing this? Well, because he knows America days are over. When he tells you, let's make America great again, he knows America cannot be great again, because America was never great. He has always been the daughter of Babylon, which is the Roman Catholic Church. Don't believe me? Do your research. Cannot do everything for you. Do not forget the links that I will send you. So back in 1913, the Federal Reserve was created. That's when the United States was robbed. And also back on the very same year, 1913, the IRS was also kind of ratified. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, let us wake up as to what is happening to us. God's people, just to name a few, are Judas, the tribe of Judah, which are the so-called African American, the Negroes, the black people in America, Issachar, the Mexicans, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Levi, Haitians, the tribes of Simeon, Dominicans, the tribe of Manasseh, Cubans, the tribes of Reuben, which was the firstborn, here's the Seminoles Indians, which are in Australia, the indigenous people in Australia. The tribe of Gad, G-A-D, which is the Native Americans. First of all, I'm going to give you kind of a, because I don't have too much time on this thing right now. I'm here to give you the truth. Hopefully you are ready for the truth. Wake up from the blue pill, that you are living on, that you have been living under. From the blue pill spell, the blue pill bewitchment that you be living under. Please wake up, follow me, and I will show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Here we go. With a biblical context here, okay? So here we go. First of all, again, the Federal Reserve back in 1913, the IRS was created back in 1913 again. And what is the IRS? Is the collection agency for the Federal Reserve. That's all. And those are the biggest mafia there are. In fact, they have a saying. Tell me who controls the money in a nation, and I do not care who writes the rules or who writes the laws. Because they know money talks and bullshit walks. Okay? Here we go. Now we come to our present time. We fast forward to this time. So America was worked and robbed back in 1913. Then through all the wars, Pearl Harbor was another stage event. With the Vietnam, with the Tonkin explosion, which was carried out by the CIA, was another lie. So they have always worked the United States. They know that America is a bitch. And they have been ripping her heart out. They have been sucking America dry. Because they know that America, it is inevitable that America will fall. My friend, the purpose of this video is that you find yourself ready. Not with buying food, stocking up on food, and all of that. No, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm only here to tell you the truth. Are you ready for the truth? Can you accept the truth? Because you know the truth goes through three stages, right? First is ridicule, through three phases. First, it is ridicule. Then it is violently opposed. And then it will be accepted. The third phase, or the third stage is, it will be accepted as self-evident. In other words, the truth cannot be denied. Here we go. So now we fast forward to for 9/11, after the Vietnam War, 9/11. All right, then we come to 2009 with the swine flu thing, right? Which Barack Obama declared a national emergency, but nothing ever became of it. There was no need for masks. There was no need for the Ebola virus. There was no need for masks for that. So now that they got this one, they know, oh, they got this one. So they don't want to let go of this one, ladies and gentlemen. And here's why. Okay, so let's fast forward to this. All right. Back on January 31st of this year, 2020, a national state of emergency was declared by Donald Trump. Okay? Think of it. Just think about it for a minute. Follow me here. But before that, before January 31st, 2020, being declared state of emergency because of the coronavirus, ladies and gentlemen, remember, and I will send you again the link so you can see it for yourself. Event 201. They knew this, ladies and gentlemen. They knew that this was coming. They planned it, just like they did in 9/11. Okay? That's how they do. These people think years ahead of the regular people, because the regular people are distracted in their football, in their basketball, in their churches, in the you name it, and in front of their television set. Man, get rid of your television, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do watch it, make sure that you just watch the news or some, because I have a television in my house, but I hardly ever watch it. I hardly ever watch it. I just go on, put on Discovery Channel. Or maybe just flip the channel and go to the newscast sometimes. And it is a shame how news is being filtered. Okay? Now let's go to January 31st. State of emergency this year was declared by Donald Trump. March 13th, Friday, coronavirus. The coronavirus was declared a pandemic by the CDC and the WHO and the World Health Organization. Now, think of it. Who controls the World Health Organization? The Chinese. Who works with the Chinese? Bill Gates. Dr. Fauci, who is a great friend of Bill Gates. You see how the devils works? You see how they work? All right? Now, the United Nations is built on a piece of land which was donated by the Rockefeller, okay? The fact that it was given by the Rockefeller should tell you about the agenda that they are carrying out, even in the United Nations. Hey, they want to talk about the new world order, the Antichrist system. They're not hiding it anymore. Just like I sent you that link, how they are pushing, and I may share it with you again for those, for my English audience out there that didn't see it. Because the last video that I made, which was in Spanish, I included that up in there. Well, I'm going to show it to you again, people, so you can see which God these people actually worship. Number 3, George Floyd was killed May 25 of 2020. But before we take a look at that, remember what I said, that the Friday the 13th, coronavirus was declared pandemic. You see how they make a mockery of us and we just accept it? See how they work step by step with their master, who is the devil. 13 is a very Masonic number for them. So these people remember working numbers and symbols and numbers. So George Floyd was killed on May 25th, 2020. Just when the country was beginning to open up, just when people were going to start going back to work and the economy was going to, start going up again. Well, guess what? I was put on hold. Because after George Floyd was killed, all hell broke out. The demons came out to play. And literally, hundreds of businesses were destroyed in Minneapolis alone. Business that were black owned. So much for Black Lives Matter, huh? So, ladies and gentlemen, this has always been a game. Yes, the death of George Floyd, I will say it again, it was a planned event. Now, if you was to ask me, was George Floyd killed for real, Mr. Rubin? Yes, he was. It was a sacrifice. George Floyd was a mean to an end. And the end was to put on hold states opening up again, business opening up again. In fact, the opposite is happening. Okay, many more people are unemployed, and more people are unemployed, and a lot of businesses are closing for good all across the United States. This is the Great Reset. And it was so easy. They couldn't believe it was so easy. You know what that makes me feel? It makes me feel when I used to sell door to door, ladies and gentlemen. To me, it was like, can it be this easy for a stranger to invite me into their home based upon my just conversing with them? Eating their minds up? Psychologically working them? Imagine then this game masters playing the masses, playing the world. Look how they got people going around, and now they feel like, oh, hey, these people are not fighting back. They're not protesting. You know what? Let's make it a mandatory face mask. Okay. Unbelievable. It's all about flexing their power to make sure that when the new world is declared, people will be down for anything. They have been worked. They have been conditioned. Okay? They're gonna be waiting for mom and dad to tell them where to go to get the vaccine and what to do, because they already been worked. They have already been corrupted. So the whole United States of America, and a lot of countries, the whole world went on lockdown. The whole world went on lockdown. For what? I mean, we are so blind, ladies and gentlemen, that the mask were the cause, and the lockdown was the cause of the second wave that we supposedly going through out it again. So you see, it's a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending mockery being played right in front of our faces, and yet we still don't see. Okay? What did the family, I forgot his name, what did the George family's attorney talked about? He wants the UN. He wants the UN to come and get involved. Believe me, he doesn't know. He's part of the plan. He's part of the agenda. He was part of the game. He was briefed on the game, I guess. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. You don't want to see the blue helmets up in here. They're not going to be like your regular National Guard. They will shoot on sight if you misbehave. So a lot of our brothers and sisters are ready, thanks to Black Lives Matter, okay, financed by George Soros. A lot of our people are being ready for the slaughterhouse. A lot of our people, I mean, we're already killing each other all over the place. Baltimore, New York, Miami, especially Miami-Dade County, Chicago. Oh my, Chicago. So we're already killing each other. So much for Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter so-called founders claim that they believe in Marxism. You know why our people are confused? Because they don't want to follow God's law. They don't want to follow the Ten Commandments. They don't want to know their past, that they are the chosen people. Instead, they have given up to the game. You know how many millions of almost about over 300 million Black Lives Matter has raised? Have they contributed to Chicago, to the situation in Chicago, to make lives ready, to make lives better for the family whose kids, I mean 7, 3 years old, 2 years old are getting killed? There is a creator, ladies and gentlemen. We have forgotten him, and we are suffering the consequences of it. And our religious leaders, well, let me just tell you this, and that's it. All religion are controlled by the Masons. They are Masonic temples. Okay? All religion, starting with the Roman Catholic Church. In fact, the Roman Catholic Church had their own order. I mean, you name it. You got the Club of Rome. You got the Jesuits. In fact, the Pope that the Catholics got now is he's a Jesuit. So, ladies and gentlemen, please wake up and smell the coffee. And then you got the sick white people that feel so guilty that instead of helping our people, they are pushing them even more to the slaughterhouse. I mean, you go to some of the big, they'll be protesting all over the place in Seattle, all right, all over the place. You see how a bunch, talk about Black Lives Matter, whatever. You see a whole bunch of white folks. So you may say, what's going on here? I thought this was a black white. Oh no, this is a human abuse thing, human blah, blah, blah. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's all a game. You have been played. And the Democrats, who call themselves Democrats, through the political paradigms, ladies and gentlemen, they've been playing their cards well. They don't take care of their own backyard, but yet they claim to be leaders. What a joke they are. I have a leader, and his name is Christ. His name is Yahushua. And I have a father, his name is I am that I am. And he's coming to put an end to this nonsense very soon. Now let me read a verse from the Bible, so that those people that don't know who they are maybe will wake up and smell the coffee. Here we go. This is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, some of which I mentioned to you earlier. Number 2, Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I would punish you for all your iniquities. And then he says, 3, can two walk together except they be agreed? Because they have worked out people so much that we are so divided. See, that's another psychological game, ladies and gentlemen, that they have played on us. What do they call us? Minority. When in reality, we have always been and we are the majority, and they know it. But yet people have been worked, so especially in America, okay, the most naive nations on this planet, because again, like I said, she's the devil's bitch, and she's about to go down. Donald Trump knows it. The world leaders know it. Even the people that are lending him money know it. I mean, how smart can it be that you lend somebody money and you know that she's not going to pay you, but you keep lending her money unless you have an agenda? Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I would like to bring to your attention, when you go to YouTube or Google, put on lockstep, the Rockefeller lockstep, okay? That this has been planned all along, ladies and gentlemen. This has been planned all along. In fact, in 2017, Dr. Fauci, he even predicted that Mr. Donald Trump was going to see a pandemic. He predicted it. That's why they make him. They're a bunch of charlatans. They make a mockery. Okay. Hey, but what do you expect? Okay, what do you expect? People are sleeping. They slept on 9/11 and they're sleeping on this. Look at them. See, by people wearing a mask, you know what people are telling? You know what people are telling what people are telling God? No, you made a mistake. To fight off the viruses, you forgot to create a mask. What? A mask made out of meat? People, you are not. Wake the hell up. Hallelujah. Okay? And I make this video out of love, full of passion. I'm not here to butter you up and to make you feel good. No, you better get your ass up and start getting ready and know that this is a spiritual battle. Whether you want to believe it or not, it has always been, it will always be. The spiritual legions are hard at work. The devil is going around like a hungry lion, like it says in the book, in the Holy Scripture, going around to see who he may devour. And most of our people will be devoured, will be destroyed. Okay? With this nonsense, illogical things. I mean, we are going against natures. We are supporting things that we are not supposed to be supporting, like abortions, partial birth abortions. I mean, look at the governor of New York, the greatest murder in modern time, killed up thousands of people, putting them in harm's way, putting people infected with their disease, and getting people infected that already had compromised immune system. And he's blaming it on Trump. That's how humans do. That's how we humans are. Human nature, ladies and gentlemen. We always blame things on anybody except ourselves. Ever since the beginning, since with sins, that's what happened. God asked the snake, all right? And God asked the woman, the first woman, Eve, she said that the serpent told me about this, and I did it. And I ate out of the fruit. Then God asked Adam, and he said, well, Eve, the woman that you gave me, made me do this, and I ate of it. So you understand? We are always blaming everyone except ourselves. In fact, when we point to somebody, 4 fingers, okay, are pointing right back at us. Okay? At least 3 of us, 3 of them, but 4. Ladies and gentlemen, please. This is all for now. May God bless you. Okay? And get ready. Not for the race war that's coming. Okay? Get ready for the spiritual war that is getting to its culmination moment very soon. All right? So you can forget about this white privilege, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, blah, blah, blah. It's all part of the game to